What is up, everybody? It is a little late. We just got done streaming and we beat another game, and it is time to do a review. This game is called Massacre at the Mirage. Here's the Steam page. It's a pretty fun little game, and we're going to dive into the review. If you guys haven't watched my reviews before, I rate games based off 10, maybe 11 different categories. Those categories being graphics and visuals, gameplay mechanics, story and narrative, audio and sound design, replay value, difficulty and balance, world design and exploration, performance and technical stability, community and multiplayer, innovation and originality, and hours versus dollars played. So, a little bit about this game. It is a very cool looking, kind of story driven, very on rails horror game based around a small little area that involves a old school movie theater, a gas station, and a radio station. Um, Super fun. I mean, I'm gonna talk about some stuff that I really disliked about it. This game has some really highs as far as like fun, and then some real lows as far as not great. But it still ends up being a pretty fun experience. So as far as graphics and visuals, I base it off of the quality of the game's graphics, including art style, realism, animation quality, and overall visual appeal. I love the I love the look of this game. It's very synth, bright colors, um, distinguished character models, the creature in this game. I mean, I have it pulled up so I can kind of show you. He's like a creepy Art the Clown esque character. Everything's very bright and vibrant with neon signs everywhere, and I love that. That's like that's like my favorite look for for just things in general. I love the neons, the purples, the blues, the bright reds and yellows. So I really enjoy the art style of this game. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and rate that at an 8. Gameplay mechanics. So how smooth and intuitive the controls are, the complexity and depth of the gameplay systems, and the overall enjoyment of playing the game. This is where the game kind of takes a nosedive because you don't do anything in the game. You just kind of walk around and do chores. You run like the snack bar at the movie theater. You stock some shelves at the gas station. You make coffee at the radio station. There's not any complexity there, and then when there is other things like fighting this demon, um, you just spam a key until it hits them. Um, so really, it's not a fun game to play. It's a fun game to experience. It was low enough that I'm going to give it a 5. Story and narrative. So the quality of the storyline, character development, dialogue, and how engaging and immersive the overall narrative experience is. I actually really thought there was a good amount of charm to the characters, even though they were silly and goofy, and the voice acting was kind of silly and goofy. I couldn't help but find myself smiling and enjoying the silliness of it. The story is pretty straightforward. I mean, creepy demon thing shows up on Halloween night to kill everybody. So, I mean, just right up my alley. Good old horror story. So, I'm gonna give it a 7. Audio and sound design, the quality of the sound effects, music, and voice acting, and how well they contribute to the atmosphere and overall gaming experience. Kind of like what I said. The voice acting was so different across the board, and they were so distinct that it was actually kind of enjoying. I actually really enjoyed that aspect of it. The music that was in the game was great. Audio across the board was pretty solid, so I'm gonna give it another 7. Replay value. So the extent to which the game encourages replayability through multiple endings, side quests, new game plus, multiplayer modes, or other factors, there is none. I would never play this game again. I'm not saying that in like a spiteful way. Just there's no reason to. I got everything I needed to out of it. I'm gonna give it a 6. Difficulty and balance. How well the game is balanced in terms of challenge, difficulty progression, and fairness. catering to both casual and hardcore games. It's not a difficult game. It's not a difficult game. It's very on rails, like I mentioned, and you don't really need to do anything to be good at it. And I don't want to like play that against itself because the game isn't meant to be difficult, right? So I'm gonna give it a 6. World design and exploration, so the richness and detail of the game world, the diversity of environments, and the sense of discovery and exploration offered to the player. I think they did a really good job in the sense of every single place was different, even though they used similar assets. The gas station felt like a gas station, movie theater felt like a movie theater, and so on and so forth. I didn't really feel inclined to explore too much. It was pretty straightforward, but I did like the world that it was building. I just wish there was more of it, so I'm going to give it a 6.5. Performance and technical stability, so how well the game runs technically, including factors such as frame rate, loading times, optimization across different platforms, and the absence of bugs and glitches. The game ran just fine. There was no issues. No community or multiplayer, so we're going to skip it. Innovation and originality, so the extent to which the game introduces fresh ideas, innovative gameplay mechanics, or unique twist on existing genres, contributing to its overall creativity and distinctiveness. No, it didn't. The story is very straightforward. Like I said, it's a slasher, but it's fun. The character looks like Art the Clown, almost very similar. So nothing new there. There's no gameplay mechanics to speak of. Really not innovative or original on a lot of fronts, but visually and story wise, I guess it's pretty cool and different. So I'm gonna give this a 5.5. This is the area that I'm not too happy about personally, is hours versus dollars. I do kind of say, does the game produce an hour of gameplay for every dollar spent? I do waver a little bit with that depending on how the game is, right? If it's that big of a experience, there can be some leeway. With this one, I mean, it felt like the game is 12.49. I beat it in 2.2 hours. Um, and I think that this game should be vastly cheaper. I think that it should be maybe $5-6. Um, but again, when we're talking about games like this that are supporting, you know, small developers who are just trying to make games, it does add a lot of points here. I want to see these developers find success and bring more awesome games as they tune their skills and get better and better. So taking that into consideration, I am going to give it just a 7. So after everything is said and done, let's break out our little calculator here and get our score. So 8 plus 5 plus 7 plus 7 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6.5 plus 7 plus 5.5. So we're going to give this a nice, decent score of 6.5 out of 10. Definitely check it out. Go support small developers. You never know what they might come out with in the future that is just a groundbreaking, awesome experience. And this will have you entertained. So if you can justify basically paying a movie ticket to watch a movie or play a movie, it's worth your money. So thank you guys so much for watching this review. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.